Hi everybody, it's Liz with 143 Handmade. I am coming to you today to share some printables from Betty's Customs Designs. This is the Butterfly Matchbook Mini. I went ahead and made one already, so that way you could see what we're working on today. So this one I just printed out on regular white paper, and it comes out great. But I also printed it out on this cream colored cardstock, and I already pre-cut out the shapes, so it'll go a little quicker on video. But you can see there is a subtle difference between the white paper and the cream cardstock. Some of these I tore, some of them I cut. Most of them I cut because I found that I actually did like that better in this case. So they'll be easier to, play with, look through as you get going. So that's what it is. It's all of these images that you just cut out, and then it goes into this little box and it slides in here. So that's what we're making, and you can, adhere this. I haven't yet, but this goes right on the side. It fits perfect right there. Yep. So alrighty. Let's see, on this one, this is the outer piece. All you do is fold on the lines. She made it super easy. You don't have to think about the measurements. You don't have to get out a scoreboard. You totally could if you have a scoreboard that you like using. Feel free. Obviously, that would be great. That would make your corners, that much clearer, crisper, and all that stuff that scoring does for you. But it's totally not necessary. As you can see, just carefully folding on that line as best I can, but it's pretty forgiving at the same time. You can kind of adjust things slightly once you get it folded. There we go. Still getting used to talking while concentrating. So, and then we just fold that over like that and glue those together. So, here we go. I want to make sure this has really good adhesion, so I go, pretty generous with the glue along that edge, and then I'll come over here and glue right along this edge as well. And then I just kind of swipe my finger across it so I don't get a lot of bleed. And it also makes sure that the glue gets all the way to the edge that way. And then because this edge is covered and this edge is covered, I didn't have to make sure the glue came all the way over. So I have this dry spot. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have that dry area, so that way when I set it down and slide it into place, I am less likely to have glue along that edge, which means that edge that kind of gets left a little bit white, you can come back in with your ink and that'll disappear. So, but you've got really good adhesion on both sides. You can see in there it's held down really flat. So that's how you do that side, or that piece. And then this is the box. As you can see, what I've done is I cut it out, and then I just decided which one was going to have the flaps. I decided to leave the flaps on the short side, but these corners you can slit this way like I did, or you can slit the other way, but you obviously don't want to do both because that'll just cut it off. But you need to open up those as little tags, and then I like to kind of just pre-fold on all my little lines. And again, the ink will come back and cover up a lot of the little mistakes that you might make when the folding. Or you can come back in with just a marker. It doesn't have to be, the Tim Holtz, ink with the ink daubers and all that so many people are using these days. But, any kind of ink, pencil, any kind of coloring agent would be just fine. Watercolor, you know, however you want to get ink on the paper. And you may even want to, I didn't think about this until just now, but it could totally be folded the other way. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Folded the other way, so that way these colored bits end up on the inside. See, on this one I did it with them on the outside because this butterfly is on the outside, so obviously that's how that was supposed to be. Okay, see, that's why she has it color on the outside. So that way it matches the matchbox. Okay. But you totally could, you know, if that didn't matter to you, that the end match color-wise. You could totally do it the other way. I think I'm gonna stick with the brown on the outside because that was part of the design element. So I'm going to double check Betty's policies, but if she allows it, then the ones that I make for demos will be put into my Etsy shop. Not that I'll just be buying her stuff and making it and selling it, no, but you know, the ones that I make for demos that I'm not interested in keeping, as cute as they are, you know, you end up making 3 or 4 or 5 sometimes of the same thing, especially something small like this for your demo videos, and you don't need that many, you know, even if you want 1 or 2. But okay, so I've got everything folded, you know, okay, and then fold up the short sides with the flaps, kind of tucking them in, and fold up the edges, and then I like to fold down the sides, the long sides first over those flaps, and then these sides, then the long ones, or then the short ones. Nothing stays real well without glue, so I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. Let's go ahead and dab on just a little bit of glue. You don't need much. You don't need to even take it all the way to out to the edge for something this lightweight. The outer sleeve I think is more important, that it adheres really well. This is just the inside of a box that just kind of needs to hold its shape, so it's not quite as vital. And then kind of get your corners where they need to be, and then hold it for a second. Let that glue start to adhere. Come around your box. Slide that corner together. Obviously, if you're gonna, you know, give this as a gift, you know, or anything like that, you might want to, you know, go ahead and take the time to glue that all the way to the edge. But if it's just like for your own collection and it's just going to, you're just putting it together and it's going to sit on a shelf and look pretty, then it's really not that necessary to glue it super well. So there you go. And see, that's how the matchbox works. And then obviously you guys know how to cut out squares, you know, so I don't need to demo that, but that's all you do is you your squares, you know, your butterfly specimen cards here. You can cut them out, you can tear them out, whatever, you know, makes you fancy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this today. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. These design team videos, I'm going to try and have these come out every Wednesday, as long as she'll have me. Excuse the fly, I'm sorry. I do have fly tapes up. I have cats. I live in the country, y'all. Flies are a part of my life. So if any suggestions on how to deal with them, I would greatly appreciate it. You know, we always learn from each other. Not always what we expect, but we always learn from each other. Let's see, there we go. We cut out those specimen cards, and then they just slip right in there. And as you can see, she gave lots of wiggle room. So you have room to decorate them. You have room to, you know, embellish them slightly if that's what you want. This is all of them. And as you can see, that it only, you know, halfway covers it, which is awesome because that means they're super easy to get in and out. You can add more, you could embellish them, you could turn them into little journaling cards, you could do all kinds of things with them. So thank you very much, Betty, for including me. I hope you like this video, and I will See you again next week.